Imagine a sunny, peaceful summer day in Kentucky, 1876. Farmers are working in their fields, children are playing in the meadows, and everything seems normal. Suddenly, dark clouds appear on the horizon, the wind picks up, and an unusual storm begins to brew. People start looking for shelter, but nothing could have prepared them for what was about to happen. Then, out of nowhere, frogs start falling from the sky. Yes, literally frogs. Streets, rooftops, and gardens are suddenly covered with hopping frogs. Children scream in disbelief, adults freeze in shock, and farmers drop their tools, trying to make sense of this surreal scene. Some people try to catch the frogs, others just watch as the unusual rain continues. Scientists later explained this bizarre phenomenon as the result of waterspouts, tornado-like vortexes that can lift water and small animals from lakes, ponds, or rivers and carry them miles away before dropping them back to the ground. Frogs, being relatively small and resilient, could survive the fall in some cases, though many probably didn't. Eyewitnesses' reactions were priceless. Local letters and journals describe people dodging hopping frogs in the streets, slipping on wet frogs, and even collecting them for food or as a weird curiosity. Newspapers reported the event as one of the strangest weather occurrences in Kentucky history, and it became a local legend. This bizarre frog rain is a perfect example of how nature can surprise us in ways that feel almost impossible.
Every year, in a small town called Yoro in Honduras, something truly bizarre happens. As dark storm clouds roll in, thunder rumbles, lightning flashes, and suddenly, fish start falling from the sky. Real fish. Dozens, sometimes hundreds of them. Residents say it usually starts with a violent storm. Heavy rain pours down for hours, winds howl, and when the storm finally ends, the ground is covered in fish, still alive, flopping on the streets and in people's yards. Locals rush out with buckets to collect them, turning the strange event into a celebration they call Lluvia de Peces, or Rain of Fish. It sounds like a myth, but it's not. The event has been documented multiple times over the years. Reporters and scientists have visited Yoro trying to understand how this is even possible. The most accepted explanation? Waterspouts again. These tornado-like columns of swirling air form over water, sucking up small fish or other sea creatures from lakes or the ocean. When the storm moves over land, gravity does its job and the fish come raining down. But here's the twist. Yoro is miles away from the nearest ocean, so how does a waterspout carry fish that far? That's where the mystery deepens. Some locals believe it's a miracle. According to them, it's a blessing from Father José Manuel Subirana, a 19th century priest who prayed for food during a famine, and the fish rain began soon after. Science or a miracle? Nobody knows for sure. But one thing's certain. Yoro is the only place on Earth where this still happens almost every year.
On a freezing February morning in 2013, the people of Chelyabinsk, Russia, witnessed something straight out of a sci-fi movie. A blinding flash tore across the sky, brighter than the sun itself. A few seconds later, boom! A massive explosion shattered windows, set off car alarms, and sent shockwaves that injured more than 1,000 people. At first, no one knew what had happened. Some thought it was a plane crash, others believed it was a missile. But when the dust settled, scientists confirmed the truth. It was a meteor, about 60 feet wide, traveling at over 40,000 miles per hour before exploding in Earth's atmosphere. The blast released energy equal to about 30 times the power of the atomic bomb dropped on Hiroshima. The shockwave circled the globe twice, and then, as if the drama wasn't enough, meteorite fragments began raining down over the city. Chunks of black rock crashed through rooftops, broke car windshields. Some were tiny, others as big as a human hand. Locals rushed to collect them. Scientists wanted them for study, but people started selling pieces online for hundreds, even thousands of dollars. NASA later confirmed that these fragments were about 4.5 billion years old, older than the Earth itself. Just think about that. Pieces of the universe falling from the sky, landing right in people's backyards. The Chelyabinsk event became the largest recorded meteor explosion in over a century. It reminded the world how fragile our planet really is, and that space isn't as empty as it seems. So, next time you look up at the night sky, remember, those shining dots might not always stay up there. Sometimes, the universe drops by to say hello. In 2012, villagers in a quiet region of Brazil woke up to a strange metallic noise echoing from the sky. Some thought it was thunder, others believed it was a military test. But when they stepped outside, what they saw was far more mysterious: glowing metal spheres falling from above. One of the spheres reportedly crashed into a field, bouncing several times before coming to rest. Locals gathered around it, shocked. It wasn't rock, it wasn't debris. It looked like a perfectly round metal ball, smooth, shiny, and heavier than it looked. Soon, more reports started coming in from nearby areas, identical metal balls appearing after storms. The strange part, none of them showed signs of burning or impact damage, which ruled out normal space junk or meteorites. The Brazilian military got involved and took several spheres for examination. Their official report? Classified. But leaked notes suggested these spheres were made from a highly durable titanium alloy, not easily found or produced in Brazil at that time. That raised an even bigger question. Where did they come from? Some scientists believe the spheres were fragments from old Soviet or US satellites. Others weren't convinced. The material and design didn't match any known spacecraft. UFO enthusiasts had their own theory: alien technology. The mystery deepened when people who handled the spheres claimed they emitted a faint humming sound and could move slightly on their own when placed on the ground. Was it static, magnetism, or something else entirely? Even today, the Brazilian metal spheres remain one of the strangest unexplained skyfalls in history.